This is the plaintiff, Sylvia Smith. She says she and the defendant worked together, and they dated for a while. She foolishly entered into a cell phone plan with him, and then discovered he was also seeing his ex-wife on the side. After she broke up with him, he refused to pay his portion of the phone bill. He refuses to allow her to get her stuff from his house, and she refuses to let him get away with it. She's suing for $1,310 for all she's owed. This is the defendant, Robert Page. He says he paid the plaintiff his share of the phone bill till they broke up. That's when she shut the phone off on him. He has no idea why she's suing him for something he doesn't owe. She has all her belongings, and she's the one who owes him money for a leaf blower she refuses to return to him. He's accused of being a phony. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $399 for his stolen leaf blower.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. These litigants worked together and dated. That is until the plaintiff found out the defendant was seeing his ex-wife on the side. And she says he refused to pay his portion of the phone bill. Now he says she shut his phone off. It's the case of dating is highly overrated.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Sylvia
ma'am.
Smith, you're suing your former boyfriend
Yes, ma'am.
for $1,310 that you say he owes you. And you are suing her back for $399 that you say she owes you for something missing. Let's talk to you first. How long did you date him before you decided to put him on your cell phone plan?
It was about 3 months. I guess about 3 months.
So how well did you know him before you decided to put him on your cell phone plan and obligate yourself and potentially ruin your credit?
Well, actually, I'd known him at work, okay? We started dating, gone out a couple of times. We were together Thanksgiving. That turned out, pretty well. Christmas came along, and Mr. Page, his children, and myself had started looking for better phones, which the children didn't have phones. Only
How old are the children?
17 and 13. But at
And they
that
didn't
time,
have phones?
Yes, they have.
They had him. Oh, I was going to say, because they may be the only teenagers who actually communicate and make eye contact. All right, go ahead.
At that time, they didn't have phones. We went into AT&T, and it was a lot. It was Christmas time. There was a lot of people in.
So what'd you sign up for? A new upgraded phone for you, and what for that side?
It was a Note 8.
What's that? Telephone?
Mm-hmm. It's a Note 8
For who?
for myself, and buy one and get one free. And then
So who'd you give the one that you got free for?
we gave the one to him,
And all he had to do was pay the usage.
pay the usage.
Okay, got it. And now what did you buy for his daughter?
Okay, we're talking to him on the phone. He says to get her a iPhone.
Okay,
We
and
looked
who was
around
going to
for-
pay for, was the iPhone going to be paid for up front?
No, it was going to be on the bill also.
Okay, and an installment plan or just leasing it?
It was leasing it.
Okay,
That
so
way they
which
could
means that
always-
at the end of the plan it has to be returned?
Yes.
Okay.
After
Is
the-
that your understanding or do you have some different understanding?
No, sir.
What's
No,
your
ma'am.
understanding?
My understanding is I told her I would not pay $900 for a 16-year-old no phone.
So what did you tell her to get your daughter?
I didn't tell her to get nothing. She made this agreement up for Christmas. That's what she was going to do.
That she
And I
was
was
going
going to
to...
pay the bill, help up my daughter pay the bill.
So
then-
she was giving your daughter a free phone
She was giving her a phone.
for Christmas. That was
Yeah,
her
for
Christmas present.
Christmas gift. And the phone bill that I had it 25 years, that number. And I asked her, could she sign off from that number if I can get this number back? Because I do cars and I do lawn work with a bunch of doctors.
Why did you even go on her plan? Why didn't you just keep your
I
plan?
didn't
You're
go
a
on her
grown
plan.
man.
I didn't know she would go. I had a
Oh,
phone.
yeah, no, you didn't know people could break up? And, I mean,
Yeah,
if you had
yeah, I
had your
knew
own
we-
plan with your own number forever, why would you put it at risk and put it in the hands of somebody who might end up mad at you? Why did you guys break up? Can't hear you. Who stepped out on who? Look at her
He
looking
stepped
at
out.
He stepped out on you?
I
Okay,
got
well,
off
if
work.
that's accurate, let's think this through. She's hijacked my number. I can never get it back. The number, and I'm going to step out on her, and I don't understand. What's the problem? Why can't I get my number back? This is why you don't do that. That's why you keep your number on your account clean.
Okay, I didn't step out on her.
Okay.
She got this agreement that's like this. You can see any of your exes that you want to. and let them stay in your house. But you stayed with me for a year and a half. I didn't ask you for nothing.
I'm sorry. You guys had an arrangement where you could see anybody you wanted?
No, that's what she did. That's her arrangement. But when
Her arrangement was that you could see whoever you wanted, or she could?
Hers. Her arrangement is like this. She could talk to her exes, but if I say something to my ex, she got a problem with it.
Oh, so you're saying that her style was that she could talk to whoever she wanted, but she'd get mad at you if you did?
Yeah.
You're suing. She's suing for bills from February through May. Who has the phones? Does your daughter have her phone and you have your phone?
Yeah.
Who's making the bills? Have you not been paying?
She cut them off.
Say it again.
She cut the phones off in February.
When did you cancel the phones?
In April.
Do you have that evidence?
All I have is I had the text message that I sent him and I sent his daughter on April the 1st, letting them know that their bills were paid.
Okay, I'd like to see those texts inside of your phone, not on a piece of paper. Can you please pull them up on your phone? In the meantime, while she's looking for that, let me ask you a few questions.
Yes, ma'am.
She says that you won't let her get her lawnmower, her weed eater, a comforter, and a jump box. What's going on with that?
I don't have a lawnmower of hers. Me and her bought 2 riding lawnmowers. I put them in the shop, and one of them was $300-something to have it fixed. She was giving me to help me out with getting my lawn service going, and I already had riding lawnmower. And the comforter is a comforter she brought me when we first started talking. It was a gift. Now she's mad because I'm talking to my wife. She wants all of this back. A jump box.
Okay, but what about the lawnmower?
The lawnmower.
Did you buy that together?
Yeah, we bought some. They used lawnmowers.
Right. Did you buy it together?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so why do you get to keep it?
She gave it to me.
So who paid for the lawnmower?
I did.
Okay, then why did you say that the lawnmower was a gift?
Because she gave me a $200 to help me with the lawnmower.
300.
Then you didn't pay for the lawnmower,
300.
right? That's what
Right.
that means.
Okay.
How much was the lawnmower?
The lawnmower was $600.
All right, so she paid half and you paid half.
Yeah.
And where's her half of the lawnmower?
She told me I could have the lawnmower because she wasn't gonna fix it.
Can you prove that?
No, ma'am.
All right, is the lawnmower in the shop?
No, he took it.
Okay, what about the weed eater?
The weed eater, I don't have a weed eater. I have
You
my
have
own weed eater.
What evidence do you have that he has a weed eater?
He has my weed eater, my jump box.
What evidence do you have that
I
he
don't
has
have-
the weed eater?
I don't have
Okay, now you admit to having her jump box, right?
Yeah, I have a jump box.
Did you
because-
bring it to court here? No.
No, ma'am.
All right. You're going to return the jump box. Now, you are suing her because you say she has your leaf blower.
She have a backpack blower of mine. She reported it stolen by her insurance. They paid off her claim for the backpack blower.
So whatever money she got from the insurance, you believe should go to you.
Yeah.
Did she give you that money?
No, ma'am.
All
That
right.
been 6 months ago.
Did you make a claim on his leaf blower? And why make a claim? Was it stolen?
At
From
her
the
house.
shed?
At her house.
Okay, so did
That's
you make
what
did you make an insurance claim on that?
No, that's
Do you have
what
any evidence that she made an insurance claim? Any
No,
text
ma'am.
from her saying I'm putting
She told me she did.
Okay, do you have any evidence to
No,
did you
ma'am.
tell him that you made an insurance claim?
No.
Okay, so now Mike, back to you. Ping pong, ping pong. Do you have any evidence that she told you that, like a text from her
No,
saying
ma'am.
that?
But she knew it was at her house.
Okay. Is this a screenshot of the text or all of the
That's
text?
the actual text.
That's a what?
That's the actual text.
Actual
I tried
text.
to text him and I couldn't get it. So I texted his daughter.
When did you guys break up?
February 14th.
That's romantic. Why are you, where are there's no text before March?
It might
You're
be
showing me text between you and his daughter?
because he blocked me.
Is that a
So
yes?
he-
What are
yes.
you showing me? Text between you and his daughter.
Yes.
Okay. So your daughter's name is Catherine?
Yes.
So on March the 25th, you're asking Catherine to take her father's phone and to issue a friend request so you can reconnect with him, right?
Right, because he had blocked me.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you.
Thank you.
Catherine, on April 1st, Catherine, I'm unable to reach your dad at this time. Tell him that U-All bill has been paid. The balance is $120. Another bill is due on the 12th of this month. I will not argue with him about paying his share any longer. I need that money by 3 this evening. I don't care who pays it. To which she says, B,
No, that's not her. That's him.
do what else, don't text my daughter phone, okay?
Okay.
That
You
was
know
me.
my texting, okay?
That was that.
And then according to you, when were the phones turned off?
April.
Oh, so everybody
Next day.
agrees when the phones were turned off?
Yes, you
Then
cut
why
them
didn't you pay February?
Huh? Why did I pay
You heard me
for
just fine. Why didn't you pay February?
Because she know I was doing, so I got ready to give her the money.
Couldn't afford it. Okay, why didn't you pay March? You couldn't afford it.
I didn't have the phone on.
Okay,
anymore. I
well
paid
then
her.
that's why the phones got turned off, because you breached your part of the deal. Your part of the deal is that you're supposed to pay, what, $120 a month?
$120.
So the phones were open until April, giving you 2 months that you skipped. Yeah, the phone gets canceled then.
1
And the
month.
payments are still due. Okay. When was the lawnmower purchased?
It was back, I know it was over the summer
Last year.
of last year. I'd met him at the credit union. I'd given him $300, and he had $300. He came home with two.
He says the comforter was a gift. Why did you leave the weed eater, the comforter, the jump box, and the lawnmower when you guys broke up? Why didn't you just take it with you?
Okay. February 14th, he wouldn't answer the phone. Pulled up at his house.
Were you living together?
Yeah.
Well,
Not, you had your own place, but you stayed there a lot.
Right. So went to his house, went in his bedroom, nobody in the bed. So I came out and started to go back to work, and I'm thinking, well, something's not right, because his vehicle's in the yard. So I got in the truck, parked it up the street at a neighbor's house where his son plays, and I walked down the street and took a chair off of his front porch and set it over in front of his garage, which is also in front of his truck. So I sit there maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, and he came up the street in a white car, and he parked right in front of the house, and he stepped out. When he stepped out, I stood up to see, who it was. And then a lady got out and went around and got in a driver's seat, and he was standing there opening the door. He was just talking, and all of a sudden, I came out from behind his car because the chair was where I was sitting. He couldn't see me.
Which was the point.
I knocked him on the shoulder. When I knocked him on the shoulder, he turned around and looked. And when he looked, she took off. And then
Who was it? His wife?
his ex-wife.
His ex-wife?
Yeah.
Okay. And what'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Happy Valentine's Day? What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
So good idea, bad idea to date somebody you work with. What do you say?
Oh, absolutely bad idea.
Why?
You never get any away time from them. You're at work with them all day, then you go home, you're with them all day. You need a break. You need a little bit of.
That's not the first thing I thought you would say, but that's interesting, actually.
It'll just get too complicated. It always gets complicated.
Okay, what else? There's a reason here.
Because then it interferes with your job if it doesn't.
If it doesn't. Bingo! Going inside the courtroom.
Did you guys have plans that day? Like, what happened?
Well, I had work that day.
Okay, so what'd you say to him when you tapped him on the shoulder?
I didn't say nothing.
You just took off?
She said, "Oh, that's Catherine," thinking I was his daughter, because I don't know why, but I never did let her hear my voice. And she took off, and he just stood there.
And then what'd you do?
Went in the house and started getting some of my stuff, but he said, "I'll bring your stuff." So he did take my grill the next day, but the jump box, he uses the jump box to jump box.
He's returning the jump box. Well, what about the other stuff? Why didn't you come back and get the other stuff?
He had it locked up. The lawnmower and all that, he uses that.
Okay, the lawnmower I've got. The weed eater, do you have a receipt for the weed eater?
No, I'd had it like 4 years.
Okay, the comforter, he says you bought him as a gift when you first started going there.
No gift.
Okay, you have a receipt for the comforter?
I don't.
Okay. The weed eater, he says he doesn't have. The comforter, he says, was a gift. He's got the jump box. He's returning it. We'll make arrangements for that with Officer McIntosh. The lawnmower, $300. I'm going to order him to return the $300. And the cell phone bills you are correct about, which means that I'm finding a judgment in your favor in the amount of $780. Regarding the leaf blower, do you have any evidence to support your claim that she got money from some insurance claim for the leaf blower? Or anything other than that that there was do you even have evidence that there was a leaf blower? Do you have a receipt for that?
She knew it was a leaf blower.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was there a leaf blower that got stolen from the shed, but no, you didn't put a claim in? What's the story with the leaf blower?
He don't know where he left it.
Okay, but you don't have it.
I don't have it.
Okay, on your counterclaim against her, 0, because you're unable to prove that she has it and is keeping it from you. On her claim against you, all of the cell phone iPad bills, $480. Plus the $300 for the lawnmower to the tune of $780. That is my verdict. Thank you.
So the plaintiff gets a judgment for $780. You all right with that, Mr. Page?
I'm all right. There's no problem. I'm all right with that. I'm just tired. I'm just glad it's over.
I can understand. You're
I
going to have to go back to her?
I don't want to worry about nobody in my bushes no more.
Okay. I think he's had it. I think he's had it. Ms. Smith, how about you? Have you had it?
Yes.
It's over,
Glad it's
right?
over.
You're glad it's over.
I'm glad it's over.
I mean, that was a mistake putting that on him on your bill, wasn't it? Bad
I know
move.
now.
Bad move.
I
You
know
learned a
now.
lesson.
I sure did.
Good luck to you, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, one of the worst ideas that I've seen on this show in 23 years now is when somebody puts somebody else they know, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever, on a phone plan. It is just a recipe for disaster.